Hello everybody, welcome back to the Dark World, and a couple things. First, I noticed this since the last time I recorded. Yeah, there was a lot more here before, and but look at these, I mean, it doesn't know what the aspects are. So, something got corrupted or lost or something. I've already figured out how to solve the problem. So basically, if you make backups of your save, like I have, you can. There's a in like the main save folder. There's a player data folder, and in there, there's like your player name dot thaum. And if you take that file from like a backup and copy it over, then you should get that stuff back. So, like Thaumanomicon research, if we look at this, I mean, we researched a few things. Oh, actually, we got these. I thought these got lost. Apparently not. But, so maybe that's in the player file. But as far as these things in the research table and so forth, those are in the file. So if we copy those over, then you get it back. So I'm just gonna save and exit. I'm gonna copy that file over, and then I'm gonna jump back in here, and I'll show you the difference. So hold on a sec. Okay, I'm back, and make sure research is still here. Oh yeah, see now it's. So maybe it is part of the thumb file as well. But these should be restored now. It's still loading stuff, I guess. There we go. You can see we got all our aspects back. Oh, I guess we never scanned the Forester's backpack. This backup was before the episode where I did research on the research expertise, and this is the mastery, and that we did as well. So I'm gonna have to go back and redo those. But yeah, having this stuff back is a little bit more important, I think, than 3 researches. I can do those pretty easily. So if you run into that problem, that's how you can solve it. Make sure you back up often, of course. Always a good idea. And I made another vibrant capacitor because I wanted to mix these two up. You see this one's pretty full now. So the solar thing's working pretty good. Let's just take that off. Switch. Put this here. So you notice it has twice the capacity now, and they merge together. So you can make multi-block capacitor banks, which is kind of a cool thing about this mod. This particular mod, the Enrio mod. So yeah, we got lots of room to fill up, I think. Good. And it tells you right now we've got a surplus of 144 RF per tick. So that's kind of handy too. You can tell if you're like losing power, because your machines are drawing more power than you're like pulling in and so forth. So there's a death point over there. I was out exploring. Actually, that's not. Let me go up here. Let's see a better looking map. There we go. Yeah, I went kind of exploring up around here and kind of all over to look for different beehives and stuff. And I found various different beehives. I'll show you those a little bit later. I was coming back home this way, and I noticed something over there. It kind of got my curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat, and killed Steve too, apparently. We'll go over and I'll show you what I saw over there. But then I had to try to get my stuff back, which is interesting. And it turns out that, maybe it wasn't such a bad thing that I died, because I discovered some stuff trying to get back to my body. And I'll show you those as well. A nice little way down over here. I've cleared out some more of this jungle. Get a look here. See, we got quite a bit of this. This was all like this over here, but I've cleared back all the trees. And it's usually when you're dealing with jungles and stuff, it's like really hard to clear it out, but it's not too bad if you got the right tools for it. And oops, show you what I mean. You want to make one of, I got it here in my inventory already. Make yourself a sickle. Might as well make a stone sickle. You go through them. But this thing, you can like clear it like that, and then you bring your lumber axe out, chop down these things, and just switch back and forth kinda, and find the stuff, knock down these trees, they come down, and so the whole point is just to get rid of the wood. Once you get rid of the wood, the leaves will decay and helps clear it all out. So you can see how quick this goes. So, there, take that one. Oh, there's a beehive right there. Interesting. So, yeah. Sorry about the cough. I got a little bit of a cold, I think. So, yeah, not too bad taking that stuff out. And I don't think I ever showed you guys. We added that water walking ability to our boots, and you can see I'm just walking along the water. You can hold shift to go down, and it just, once you let go, it just holds you right there. And jump to go up, and so you can go at whatever level you want to, and or you can stay on the surface. So I was kind of walking around and turn on the night vision so you can see underwater a lot easier. And I noticed there's some oreberry bushes there, but there's also like this hole down there and this dark ring around it. And so I was kind of curious, so I kind of went down there, and as soon as you go in there, then like there's no water falling or anything, and you just sort of fall, and I fell into this chasm thing. Took some damage, took a little bit of damage from not having air, ran out of air as I was going down, and then there were some monsters that showed up, and yeah, just a little bit too much for me to handle, so I ended up dying. And then I had to start digging this passage, come back down, try to find my body, and all I had was like my old stone pickaxe, so I couldn't like mine some of the stuff, and I didn't want to mine the coal without the silk touch, so a lot of curving, twisting around to find your way. And on the other end, there's some uranium. This is abyssal stone. And you notice the top's like kind of chopped off here too. So these are like geodes, and normally it's a big round thing, but this got chopped off by the ocean or something or other. You can find like diamonds in here and stuff. And typically you find these geodes under oceans. I've found. Here's another one. More diamond, and you can find lapis in it as well. I think emerald as well you can find. Nothing on this one though. There's diamonds and lapis. There's some more uranium. And we go further down, and I found some yellowite, which I thought was no longer in the world, but apparently I'm wrong, because here we got some. We found like two of them even, two little groupings of it. So that's pretty nice. This might be enough that we could actually build a reactor, but now that we have our solar generators in place, I don't know, we don't need a huge amount of power right now. maybe once we get the quarry running, we'll need more. And so we're not gonna probably pursue the reactor right away, but yeah, we'll definitely be building it at some point. The bees, I was planning to get started in the bees to make the yellowite that we needed. But there's also a lot of other cool things you can get from bees, so we'll continue on with that. Found some more ferrous there. Made my way down. There's lava over there, around, and this is where I ended up dying. To watch out for that pool. And it's all right there. And there's the hole. Like fell down and ran to the corner to try to be safe, and it didn't work. So this is apparently a geode as well. There's some lapis. So that was a little exciting. But that yellowite, that's a very nice find, so I'm glad I ran across that. I didn't think there was any. I thought it got like, since it's no longer spawning naturally because of the config files, I figured that these areas, and maybe technically we shouldn't really even have this, I don't know. Maybe we should just throw it out and pretend like we'd never had it in the first place, and just go with the bees and come up with the reactor. Because I mean, a lot of you guys, if you're playing with, you know, the newer version of the pack, and you never had the opportunity to get any yellowite in the first place, then you're going to be sort of doing things differently than I'm going to be able to do it. So, I don't know. Take that. That kind of hurt, but yeah, we survived. And it takes about 2 hits to take out a creeper. Alright, so, oh, there's a witch. They seem to spawn a lot more than I remember in the past. Should we take them out? Yeah, let's take them out. Come on. Lovely. There's some oil, which we could refine into fuel. Probably not really going to bother with that, because it's not... There's better ways to do things than rely on... We might do that just so I can show you guys how to do that kind of thing. Actually, probably will. That'll be fun. But we don't really need it for this mod pack. But it's a handy thing to know. Ore node. I can eat now and heal. Alright, I'll find my way back to base. It's just over this hill pretty much, but I'll just cut and come back when we're at the base. And here we are, back to base. So, I've well, let me show you the bees I found, some of them here. So we got mystical, mostly mystical, a sorceress. So kind of interesting. I think it's kind of new since it occurred in some update that we got those. We didn't used to have those kind of bees in here, I don't think. But so they're out there. If you generate new chunks, if you're not finding them, then you'll probably find them. And then elevator here. If we go up, this is the bee room. I don't know if I showed you this or not. But I got a couple apiaries here. These are the machines I set up. I've got a carpenter, a squeezer, and a centrifuge. The carpenter is used to create a lot of different things. Do we have any? Yeah, we should have wood in here. Let's pull out some of that. So, jungle wood. I got some seed oil. This comes from the squeezer, and you can squeeze various types of seeds and whatnot to get the seed oil. I've got it pumping out into this barrel and out from the barrel into here. So if this thing totally fills up, then it'll accumulate in here. So there's a lot of recipes. This is impregnated casing, which you need. I'll go ahead and make one. It's for a few things, but the apiary is one of them, and that's what we're interested in right now. It takes a little bit of time to do, and a little bit of seed oil. And there you go. I don't think we need more than one right now. We throw that in here. I got this recipe set up. This is the solar power work table. I'm reusing it for that. And the rest is just a really simple recipe. So, and then you got your apiary. And so I've made 3 of these, and I put some bees in here. This is a wintering one. We're just at the edge here of extreme hills and magical forest. We'd have 3. You can see this is extreme hills. What if we go over just 1 square? We're in magical forest already. So, and it just so happens that the extreme hills is apparently a cold biome. So I can do the wintry bees. What's nice about the wintry bees is they produce 4 drones, which is the maximum. So I want to make some of these. We're going to try to pull, we'll get into the genetic stuff, we're going to try to pull that particular trait out of this drones, but you randomly get various traits. So it's good to have a bunch of them so that you can go through and keep going until you find the trait you're looking for, and then you don't have to do it anymore. But so breeding some. This is basically set up to automatically pull items out. So this extracts. This comes around and inserts with priority 1. So it's going to try to insert it here first, if possible, before it inserts it into the chest. And the only thing that will fit in are princesses. Well, queens too, technically, I guess, and drones. So when they die off, they'll just get recycled around the loop. Everything else, and if there's too many drones, it won't fit in here anymore because this only holds a stack. And the excess will go in here too. And this holds all the combs and stuff that get generated as well. Same thing with this. This is meadows, and over here we have forest. I got ignoble actually, so. We'll see how long this goes before it dies off. Apparently, well, I don't know. If we look at this, there was, yeah, degrade chance 0% for pristine, death chance ignoble 10%. But this is for a mutatron, so I don't know what the chance of queen dying would be in an apiary necessarily, but yeah. And there's this, a centrifuge, which if we take a comb such as this, stick it in here, it'll process it and produce the various things for it. You usually get beeswax every time and honey drop, which will be useful later. So I routed the power from our solar panels under here into this redstone energy cell that we made. So it buffers it up. If it's nighttime, these machines can still draw power from here and not just go dead at night. And then it comes up and behind this wall here. So, yeah, and that's mostly about that. I can go and cover up the wall now that I've showed you. I didn't want to cover it up yet until I showed you, so grab that. I think that's everything we're going to need. So we can just, oops. Not very exact here. Ah, stop. Alright. Stop that. That's better. Put that there. Make sure you can see it, of course. We're gonna need a log here. Go there. There you go. Looks a little nicer. So, seed oil. There's this impregnated casing, but if we take these off like that, you get these impregnated sticks, which will be useful for making frames. We can throw those in there. So you can never really have too much seed oil, really. Getting it initially is not. Usually you start with like grass seeds. They don't produce very much. There's a much better way, and it's called chestnuts. That's what I got here. I planted some of these. I found like chestnuts in the world. Once you have chestnuts, I think they mainly went in here. Yeah. Put that back. So if we hit use, see the uses for this. Usually combine it with an oak sapling and you'll get this chestnut sapling. And then you can plant it and they'll grow up into these trees. And so that's what I did with the chestnuts that I found exploring the world. And come on. So you just grab some when they're ready to harvest. With enough trees, you know, you get a bunch. That's enough for now. So bee house is just right over here. You'll notice this growing stuff on top. These are from the bees. They produce extra flowers around. So you get to see a whole range of flowers that you don't normally get to see, probably. Yeah, that's the room there. But there's no way to get there from here. You have to go through the base. And the reason I did that was I don't want monsters spawning in there. Creepers especially. I don't want them blowing up stuff. So this is all sealed up and there's nowhere they can spawn. So we stick this in here. Let's look how much oil we have. So 4890. Stick all those in there actually. 4890. Well, I can tell you right now that I know exactly how much it's going to produce. It's going to produce 110 millibuckets. So 4890 to 5000, which is 110 more. So this is probably one of the best ways you can get seed oil. So find yourself some chestnuts out in the world, make yourself some saplings, and go harvest them once in a while. And you have plenty of seed oil. You can make apiaries as well as frames later. This one's about to die. But I just have them recycling automatically, so I don't have to like watch them. I can go doing other things. So it's the frames. Do we have some? Yeah, we should have some sticks here. What you need for those is like this. So yeah, string surrounded by these impregnated sticks. There's the recipe for it. I don't have any string on me. I'll have to put some string in here, and then we can make some frames. Frames are useful for increasing the outputs. You stick them in these slots, and they'll produce more honeycombs and so forth generally. There's some other options as well. Some specialized frames. Getting dark. I don't know if we'll get into that or not. We might not really need to. But possible to do. So put these back on. So I'm getting the bees ready. The first step you want to do is just create some extras, extra drones of what you got, so that you can work with them. We'll get into some more of the bees once I've bred some more and so forth, and figure out how we want to proceed with that exactly. And that's mostly about all I've done, exploring the world and so forth, so not much else to do at the moment, I don't think. No new machines yet or anything. Haven't really done, like I said, the thaumcraft was sort of off, not working, so I gotta actually go back and do a little bit of this research that I already did before I can make any new progress on that. Steel, I never showed you that. We're down to 39. I think we had 46 blocks that we ended up producing, but we ran out of gunpowder, so it wasn't going to produce any more steel anyway. So we got 46. We could have got more though from that one block of charcoal. So this thing's very fuel efficient, really, especially if you operate with blocks at a time. So yeah, that's all for this episode then. Next episode, not sure what we're going to do yet exactly, but I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.